The power of a promise. A promise is like a bridge between two people. If you break it, it takes time to rebuild. But when you keep your promises, you show others they can count on you. It was a bright, cheerful afternoon at school, and Lucas sat on the steps, swinging his backpack over his shoulder as he chatted with his best friend, Jake. Jake's face lit up with excitement as he pulled an invitation from his pocket.
Lucas, my birthday party is this Saturday. You have to come.
Jake said eagerly.
We'll play soccer, eat cake, and my dad is taking us to the arcade.
Lucas grinned and grabbed the invitation without even looking at it.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it for anything.
He promised. He stuffed the invitation into his bag and ran off, already thinking about the next thing on his mind. He didn't mark the date on his calendar, didn't tell his parents, he just assumed he'd remember. Saturday morning arrived, but Lucas was completely unaware. The sun poured through his bedroom window as he sat on the floor, eyes glued to his video game screen. The digital sounds of battle filled the room. His mom peeked inside.
Aren't you supposed to be somewhere today?
She asked casually. Lucas blinked.
Somewhere? What do you mean?
Then it hit him. His heart sank. Jake's party. He fumbled for his backpack, pulling out the crumpled invitation. His eyes widened in horror. The party had started hours ago, and it was already over. He rushed to grab his bike, but deep down, he knew it was too late. The next day, Lucas stood nervously outside Jake's house. He knocked on the door, his stomach twisting with guilt. Jake answered, but instead of the usual smile, his expression was blank.
Hey, I'm really sorry I didn't come to your party.
Jake crossed his arms.
You promised, Lucas.
His voice wasn't angry, just disappointed. Lucas swallowed hard.
I forgot. I didn't mean to.
Jake shrugged, looking away.
It's fine.
But it wasn't fine, and Lucas knew it. For the first time, he realized that promises weren't just words. They meant something. And when you broke them, you hurt the people who believed in you. That night, Lucas sat on his bed, staring at the ceiling. He felt awful. His dad walked in and sat beside him. You look troubled, his dad said. What's on your mind? Lucas hesitated, then sighed.
I broke a promise to Jake. I didn't mean to, but I forgot about his party.
His dad nodded. A promise isn't just something you say, it's trust. When you break a promise, you break trust. The best way to fix it? Take responsibility and make it right. Lucas thought about that. He couldn't change what had happened, but maybe he could fix it. The next day at school, Lucas found Jake near the soccer field.
Jake, wait up!
He called. Jake turned, his expression still guarded. Lucas took a deep breath.
I'm really sorry. I messed up and I know I let you down. I want to make it up to you.
Jake shrugged.
I was really looking forward to you being there.
Lucas nodded.
I know. That's why I got these.
He pulled out 2 arcade tickets from his pocket.
Let's go this weekend. My treat.
Jake studied him for a moment before finally cracking a smile.
Okay, but no forgetting this time.
Lucas grinned.
I promise, and this time I'll keep it.
From that day on, Lucas took his promises seriously. He wrote things down, set reminders, and made sure he followed through. He realized that keeping promises wasn't just about words, it was about respect, responsibility, and trust. A promise is more than just words, it's a bond of trust. When you keep your promises, people know they can count on you. But when you break them, trust is lost, and it's not always easy to rebuild. So, how can we make sure we keep our promises? Write it down, keep a calendar, or set a reminder so you don't forget. Think before you promise. Only say, I promise, if you really mean it. If you make a mistake, make it right. Apologizing and making up for it shows responsibility. Keeping a promise may seem small, but it can mean the world to someone who's counting on you. Be someone people can trust.